What you just saw right there was Walmart having all different kinds of bikes in a lot of different categories. I think a lot of people are overlooking what Walmart is really doing. They're really giving everybody the opportunity to try out whatever style of riding they want to try out. I'm sure you remember the days where you would go into a bike shop, you would go in there for a specific bike, but you would see another bike that you were like, oh, I'm kind of interested in that, but that's a lot of money to take a chance on it, and you don't really want to buy something that you might not like. But Walmart gives you the opportunity to dip your toes in for very little investment. And I think that's huge for the bike industry. I gotta say too, it's so funny when I post a Walmart video, so many people unsubscribe, and I'm just like, I don't really care. I don't care. People think that I get upset. I'm like, dude, I'm not upset about you unsubscribing because I'm making videos about a Walmart bike. They aren't telling me to make these videos or anything. It's not about me. It's about the consumers. I want people to be able to ride bikes and not have to spend a whole paycheck on it. So if people got a problem with that, then I can live with that. I don't care. I know some people have their differences about Walmart, but these companies are gouging you anyways. So you'd rather overpay for bikes and get gouged pretty much over somebody having the opportunity to go to Walmart and buy a decent bike at a decent price. I'm like, I don't want those kind of people on my channel anyway, so you're doing me a favor. It's so funny that people get so upset about it. I just laugh at it. But they really gonna be upset with this next bike that I'm about to show you now. The budget bike market just got even more insane. All right, we got us a new bike today. This is sick. Mongoose just hit us with another one. And this bike is sold at Walmart, but Walmart did not send me this bike. It's a different company that is a third party for Mongoose, where they hook me up with the Mongooses once they come out with a new bike, or if they ask me if I'm interested in something, I'll let them know if I am or not. This was definitely something I'm interested in. No money exchange hands. I can say whatever I want about this bike, so if it sucks, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. So yeah, there's that disclaimer I always gotta say, because people think that I'm getting paid by these companies, and I'm not. Bringing it out today to the pump track. Hopefully I can build it up pretty quick. It shouldn't be too hard, but this looks sick already. Let's go. Oh, this looks sick. This is pretty awesome. Let's move that out of the way. For $198, you telling me you could get a bike like this? Now, one thing I am concerned about are these bars. I wonder if they got those Walmart style bars where they feel just super cheap, like they just gonna snap off. That's, looking at this for what it is right now, that's my only concern, but let's open it up and find out. Now, these bars don't feel as cheap as I thought they would, but they are super narrow. These things are so narrow. This brake actually feels decent. The fact that you can get a disc brake on a bike that's less than $200 is impressive in itself. I like these colors. I mean, all the Walmart haters, man, sometimes you just gotta give credit where it's due. I ride some expensive bikes. I love a nice bike, but I can also appreciate a legit affordable bike. And these bikes are definitely legit. I gotta give them credit, man. This is pretty awesome. It looks good. This is insane. I thought Walmart's dirt jumper was impressive. Mongoose just took it up a notch. You can't tell me just the look of this bike alone is not worth $198. Now, it doesn't have suspension like the Ozark Trail, but what we about to do with this bike today and what this bike is intended for, there's no need for any suspension. It actually holds the bike back, in my opinion, especially for what I'm about to use it for today. Look at where I am and look what I'm on. And I'm about to rip through these with the $200 bike. How can people hate on this that gives so many people access to be able to do things like this? I will never understand it. If you're wondering what that little clicking noise is, that's the brake lever. This is unbelievable. How can this bike only be $198? This is incredible. It's solid. I like the way it looks a lot. It's super sick in my opinion. I like the green. These handlebars, they do give you that cheap impression, but they feel solid. They're really narrow, but it wasn't an issue for me. Feels awesome. The bike feels, so I've ridden a lot of dirt jumpers, some expensive ones, $2,000 dirt jumpers, the Ozark Trail, this one. This one is definitely way above its price tag. I'm kind of lost for words, honestly, for what you get out of this bike and what it's intended for. For $198, I don't know how in the world you could beat that. Now, the only thing I will say about this bike so far after riding it, this brake is just not good at all. I don't know if you got to bed it in or what, but do not trust this brake. In fact, I would 2-finger brake it just to be safe, because it hit my knuckle a lot and it just doesn't grab. But other than that, this bike is solid. Let's see, let's do the drop test. Oh, okay. Feels solid. Yeah, this thing is awesome. I'm kind of speechless at this point, considering how much other bikes cost that feel very similar to this. Now, keep in mind, this one does not have a front suspension, which I don't mind, because I would be riding this bike around the neighborhood, around just dirt tracks, and especially stuff like this. This is what this bike was meant for, is this exact scenario. And honestly, you don't want a front suspension because it sucks up your momentum and you can't go as fast as you could without the suspension. So with that being said, it's a good thing that this doesn't have suspension. So I wouldn't count that as a knock at all. But it feels solid. I highly recommend it. For $198, you don't need anything else. If your plan is to do stuff like this or ride around town and have fun, have a bike that you can just take and not feel financially pressured to ride, it don't get no better than this. I highly recommend it, and this color is sick. Mongoose outdid themselves with this one. I will admit that.